Hello and welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted as always to be joined by my colleague Greg Doyle. We're here, we're in final predictions mode, Greg. But before we actually get into this video, guys, it's a new year. If you haven't seen our content before, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have seen our content in the previous years but haven't subscribed, new year, new you, hit that subscribe button and check out all our content. Greg, we're here. It's the first big fight of the year. It's Jai Opetaia against David Nyika. It's not the fight we were expecting. It's not the fight necessarily we wanted to see. But as we've said off camera, I think it's a lot more intriguing than people make out. So before I actually ask you your final prediction, and without trying to give too much of your prediction away, what do you make of David Nyika as an opponent for Jai Opetaia? Because I think after the Bradis fights, after he absolutely destroyed Jordan Thompson and Ellis Zorro, and showed he's way above that level, we were sort of wanting super fights for the calm, but calm but collected. But when you listen to Jai Opetaia, you know he means business. So, what do you make of this all Australian clash?
Yeah, I think it's a really good fight, Owen. I think Jai Opetaia, I can understand him being frustrated, but he maybe needs to build his stock a bit more. And that's unfair because he's the world champion. He should have a big stock, but world titles don't build stock in this day and age. I don't know why that's the case now, but it's not. But he looks quite angry and rattled. I've noticed the past day or two. Oh, and I don't think he wants to fight Nika. It's not that he thinks that he's going to lose the fight or anything. I think he just sees himself at another level now, and it's like I can't be bothered listening to you. I need to smash my way through you. So yeah, I'm impressed with both guys, but I think this will be an acid test for Jai Opetaia's mentality to see if he can go through a fight very focused on a fight that most probably think he should win.
I think it's spot on there. I think Jai Opetaia now has a perception as being the best cruiserweight on the planet. And I think that's more than fair, but it's a case of we need to be seeing him in these big fights. But then these are, like you said, the acid test. We'll see where he's at. If he goes in and he blasts this bloke out in a round, then it's like, oh, okay. But like you said yourself, I did a bit of research on him. I haven't seen too much of him. I found what I could. He's a big, strong boy. He's a lot bigger than Jai Opetaia. He looks like a heavyweight. So I think it's a case in sort of size, stature, power. I think although in terms of skill, it's not necessarily what I'm leading towards, but I do think it's a good test to see how Opetaia would be at heavyweight with the size, with the stature, how he deals with the range, etc. So at first I was disappointed, but as it got closer to fight day, I'm very, very intrigued by this. But Greg, we are here in final prediction mode. Who do you think wins this fight and how?
So I'll cut straight to the chase. Owen, I think that Jai Opetaia wins the fight, but how he wins the fight, I'm not entirely sure. I know a lot of people aren't going to watch David Nyika and they're going to think he's going to get him out early. David Nyika doesn't move his head very much. He's quite a static target. If Opetaia catches him in round one or two, it could blow him away. But Owen, that's the joy of being a cruiserweight and a heavyweight. You get hit once clean in these weight divisions, you're gone. It
Mhm.
doesn't make David Nyika a bad fighter. But for me personally, I think this will go a while. I think this will go quite late. And if it doesn't go in a Jai Opetaia stoppage, I think you're winning points where the end of the fight might become a bit competitive if he's not got him out of there. So Jai Opetaia late or points is the one for me on.
Unfortunately for the viewers, I have to completely agree with yourself. I've been quite vocal on my opinions of Jai Opetaia, where I think he's at in prediction videos previously. I think he admitted himself he overlooked Bradis in the second fight, so it's always hard to take that into account because he seemed so professional inside and outside the ring. And like you say, I think I've seen a couple of different sides to Opetaia. I've seen him doing interviews saying, I think it was with the Stomping Ground where he sort of said, "We're here for a fucking war. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for 12 rounds. I don't care." That sort of aspect. Then I have seen him, like you said, almost looking a little bit rattled, where it's
Yeah.
like I want the big names. I don't want to be in with this guy. So I think I would go with Jai Opetaia points. I think he could look to try and get him out of there fairly early. And like we say, he's a big boy. So if he doesn't get him out of there, and if he soaks these punches up, I think, like you say, as it gets to rounds 9, rounds 10, I think we could see David Nyika get himself into the fight a little bit, but he's already going to be 6 or 7 rounds down on the cards.
Yeah.
So I think we're both in agreement here of Jai Opetaia likely on points. But let us know down below in the comments, guys. Do you think Jai Opetaia is just a class above? Do you think he could get him out there early, or could we see one of the biggest shocks that we'd see all year at the start of the year? Let us know down below in the comments, guys. And Greg, thank you once again for joining me tonight.
Great to join you as always on.